Yesterday, I was walking through the woods and I saw a tiny house. And do you know what my first thought was? I need to build that on Bloxburg. And it also explains why it looks like a giant has had a massive poo all over their Bloxburg map. Because this tiny house is going to be in like a forest theme vibe. And since it's a tiny house, we're going to name it I Like Tiny Things. Let's go! And oh my gosh, this really does look so weird. I might have to make it green while we build. So first things first, we're going to have like a little patio out the front. Maybe with like a hot tub, some seating and stuff. And then the house itself is going to be so small. I am, however, going to take that next step. You know, I'm a pro builder on the True Reese's channel. And I'm actually going to add one of those like triangle roofs. I don't know what it's called. I'm so bad at explaining things, but just watch. We're going to make a basic cube about the width of a wall. And we're going to put that on the side. And this is going to be like our fake wall. You're faking a fraud. And then we're going to have these all along the side. And this is probably making zilch sense right now. But when you guys see my plan come to action, you're going to die. And now we've got this big chunky thing. We need to, woo! We need to twist it this way. And you guys see what I mean now? This is going to be like a roof. And we're going to have glass along the front. I'm hoping it lines up evenly. Why was that so easy? I was making out like it was a big deal. And then obviously we just need to do that on this side as well.
2 hours later.
This is basically the outline of our tiny house. Look. What's that? What is that? But there we go. Now you guys get the gist of the house. And this is what custom building can do for you. The last part of this is to actually add the window in. And obviously we're using transparent cubes. And oh my gosh, I'm so scared. I'm so scared.
Oh, shiver my timbers.
And a top tip is to actually color the glass a really vibrant color. That is much easier to see it when you're building because nobody can see that other one. It's practically invisible. So yeah, we're going to make this nice and tall. And hopefully it kind of just works out. That's my motto in life. Hopefully it works out. Next up, I'm adding these little outlines around the outside. There is tiny gaps, but I don't know what you guys want me to do here. Oh, low battery. Let me get my charger. Oh my gosh, there's nothing more thrilling than that sound. And of course, we're not keeping it purple. It looks like we're about to go for a Minecraft nether portal. I love when a build starts to come together. And the best part is we can just copy and paste it on the back. And while I'm doing this, guys, little story time. I'm learning to drive at the moment because basically in England, you have to be 17 to drive. In America, you can drive at 16. So lucky. And the other day, I was just driving in a casual lesson. Like my driving teacher had to literally grab the steering wheel. Honestly, it's just such a scary experience, guys. And now we can actually get to colouring because I always like to get the hard bit out the way first. Since it's going to be kind of like a forest cabin, we definitely need to make it like wooden. Oh, that is nice. That's different. That's unusual.
Different, it's unusual.
For the doors, we've obviously got to have a tall glass door. We've gone for a glass vibe. There's no privacy in this house, okay? And the easy part down here is we can just use regular modern windows. Or we could use the clear windows and resize these as so. You guys always tell me, Reese, stop wasting your money. So I guess I'll listen. Oh my gosh, this looks like a greenhouse. I have to live in here. Do I look like a plant to you? Okay, so other than putting the floor down, I'm not going to focus too much on the outside just yet. I want to go straight inside and sort of work out how we're meant to fit so much in such a small space. So this upstairs bit, it kind of goes without saying this is going to be the bedroom. And I actually saw a really cool building hack. I can't remember where I saw it. TikTok, Pinterest, one of these places. And basically, we're going to create stairs that look like this, but we're going to have a shelf in the middle. So how you do it is you grab deck stairs and then we're getting out another wedge. Notice this is going to be quite a common theme. And sorry, I've got to put a light in here. I'm not an owl. I can't see in the dark. And then I suppose we're just going to make this like a triangle. I sound so clueless. You wouldn't know I've been playing Bloxburg for 5 years. And now look how cool this is. We have a little built-in shelf under the stairs. You kidding me? We won't have too many shelves, but we can have like 1, 2. Oh, what's going on there? 1, 2, slap on my shoe. Anyway, we just spent so long on that. We're meant to be doing the layout. Most of it's obviously going to be open plan, but back here we are going to have like a little sort of cranny, and we can actually thin this out into a very, very thin actually door. Then basically through here is going to be the bathroom, and we'll even have a little toilet room in the side. And that's why I didn't add a window on the back walls, because otherwise people would be beeping in when you're having your business. The only window I'm going to add is just like a little one up here, and since we are on the bathroom, we can do that. So I'm going to go for fancy slash cabin, which means the floor's got to be marble. We're in Kris Jenner's entryway. I'm sorry, did she move house or something? Because I haven't seen that house in so long when I watched the Kardashians. Anywho, we'll add some tiling in here. Oh, that's different. Why do the windows do this? Why are you doing that? Back here, we're going to have the bath, and I reckon a barrel bathtub is definitely the right decision. And if you think we have room for a shower anywhere other than above the bath, you're wrong. And do you think we should add like a little window system here? And this way, you know, when you're showering, it's not all going to like psh, out the side. Has anybody's shower ever broken before? And then your bathroom actually gets flooded. Like, it's not even funny. Okay, that's actually quite cute for the little bath. And like I said, this build's going to be all about saving space. We're going to have a nice built-in window. I like that. I like it a lot. It's actually the most perfect one for a bathroom. The soaps are literally so thin, they can actually balance on this. I've said this before, but you guys get so angry at shampoo on the floor. Gonna have an LED light. This is beautiful. However, we're not done. We're doing what those Insta girlies do. They have like a whole computer along their bar, like just waiting to get electrocuted. I don't actually know why they do this. It's the most silly idea. I say as I'm literally placing a computer. What is this pro building skills? I just woke up a pro builder this morning. I woke up and chose skills. And as a last little tropical touch, I'm gonna add some vines. Next up in a bathroom, we obviously have the toilet, and that's gonna go slap bang here. La porcelain toilet. And I actually kind of think we should have an extra little doorway here, you know. So I've made it grey. I never do grey toilets because that's just so random. But yeah, we're gonna add the plunger, you know, in case you do a big fat poo. Have any of you ever been in a public toilet and then it just doesn't flush? And it's the most scary experience of my life. And notice how I'm adding a lot of detail, guys, because normally houses are so big, I just whiz through them. But since this is obviously like such a small build, I thought we'd pay a little bit more attention to what's going on. We've kind of gone for like Insta vlogger vibe. You know what? I'm technically an Insta vlogger. Go follow me on Instagram, by the way, guys. And then we'll put some towels under here. And the most important lesson for you kids at home, brush your teeth. And with that, the little bathroom is done. You wouldn't know behind this tiny little door leads a secret life of wonder. Next up is the rest of the house, which is not going to have such a complex floor, I'm afraid. So, although I am going to layer them. Next up, we should probably do the kitchen, which we very rudely skipped over. Rustic counters.
No. So rude. No.
Oh my gosh, this is really going to test my building skills. Because if y'all know me at all, I'm not compact when it comes to building kitchens. I love building huge. I even am tempted to add an island in here. As long as there's enough room to walk around in here. Because I'm not exactly slender. I think I'm fitting through that tiny gap with these hips. I've become kind of obsessed with a colour called oyster as of late. If you make it a little bit bright. I mean, look at that. It's beautiful. And then we're going to get an oven. I still can't get over how much these ovens are. Like 4,000 for an oven. Bloxburg, that's just not realistic. Now it's time to go into, and now we can just add all the fun parts. So I personally always add like spatulas and stuff. So, you know, I'm the spatula master. There's Mr. Incredible, Mrs. Incredible, and Spatula Master. Oh my gosh, I'm going to add a cake display as well in the middle here. And we can put like some freshly baked milky muffins. We can have some jars of sand or whatever's in there. And what color scheme shall we go for? Should we go for blues and greens? I kind of feel like up here we could do with some like firewood. And if we're going to keep drinking these coffees in this house, we're probably going to need a nice selection of mugs up here as well. And I kind of feel the rustic stools are appropriate. I don't really like them because they're quite tall. Wow!
Oh my god!
Wow! I did not think I could make such a detailed kitchen in such a small space. Actually, I need to remember to turn these doors around so they open outwards, because if you open inwards, you ain't getting far. And I've decided, why have we actually made the upstairs like so small? If we just expand it, like there's no reason that it can't be full size. Of course, we have got to add fences though. Like we don't want to be slipping down.
I've fallen and I can't get up.
Now we need to fill in whatever the hecky peck is going in here. What's better than books? Comment down below what books you're reading at the moment. I'm reading a book at the moment called One of Us is Lying, and it's so good. I actually highly recommend it. I used to literally never read, guys, only because I didn't have time. Now I've been trying to read a bit more, and it's actually so fun. And going up the stairs, I feel like this is one of those places, you know, you go on like a family vacation. And so I'm going to put some like artwork going up the wall. So upstairs, we're obviously going to have the bedroom. I would like to add a bunk bed, but it's just not really too much of a practical idea. However, this log bed actually fits perfectly, and it doesn't even poke out of the roof. We can add like ivy coming out of the roof. Is that weird, or does that look so good? Have you guys seen Rolls Royces where they have like the stars inside? We have vines inside of ours. And to finish off that little bed area, we'll add some sort of bedside table lamp. And then, like I said, we can have the living room upstairs. So I never use these Simplicity armchairs, but they actually have a really nice shape to them. And yes, we're going to be rather close to this TV screen. And guys, have you ever wanted to be transported to heaven? We're about to be there. At how blimmin' bright this room is about to get. That is actually so wholesome. So now we have the outside. So before we even do the decking, let's change the floor back to Poo Town. We're going to go into my inventory and get some Christmas trees. Not because it's Christmas, but because I don't fancy paying 5k per tree when I have plenty in my inventory. And we can actually make them like inside of each other as well, so it looks more of a full forest. And already, even though these are colored so ugly, how much better does that look? And look at the light beaming down like heaven. And to stop these massive bases looking weird, we can get a fence, for example, this rocky one, and we can just slither this around the back. Next up, we're going to get some leaf piles. Feels so weird doing plants like at the end of the build rather than the start. And look how tiny these trees look in comparison to the big ones. And now all that's left to do is our little front porch. So if you remember, I said we're adding a hot tub, and never go back on a promise like that, guys. That's going to go right in the corner over here. And again, why is everything colored so perfectly? And to give it that extra bit of like steam, we're going to add fog. That just really adds a bit of atmosphere. Also looks like that scene. Have any of you watched American Horror Story? Sarah Paulson in the hot tub where she gets like kidnapped. And finally out here, I suppose we'll have yet another coffee cup. And with that, guys, I'm ready to turn into a little dwarf and enter the tiny home. So chickens, if you want to build this house for yourself, it's going to set you back only $150,000, which for a cute little house, I don't think is too shabby at all. But I know all you guys care about is the house. So honestly, this is such a cinematic looking house. I feel like I could open Pinterest and just see this. First things first out here, we just have like the casual decor, like fountains, bird bath, maple syrup. But obviously the main attraction is this hot tub. Oh my gosh, I'm freezing in real life right now. This is actually making me jealous. As we go in, as you can see, it is perfect that the doors open this way, because otherwise we'd be in a lot of trouble. And the first room you walk into is the kitchen. And I forgot to put muffins, but we can actually try out our kitchen while we tour it. So this would actually be quite a fun activity to do when you're with your spouse or your partner or whatever. And as you can see, this kitchen has everything you need. We have an island, perfect for when you're baking muffins like I am right now. If we shove them in the oven, as you can see back here, we have like spatulas, plants. Over here we have our fireplace and these forest paintings. I thought maybe we're the child of Picasso, so he's just doing us some nice art. And that actually looks kind of like the forest I was at, guys. Oh my gosh, how is this so HD and realistic? Who is that at the end of the pathway? That's freaky. Anyway, the cakes still aren't done, so we can come back for them. Next of all, we have this stair thing, which we did at the beginning. And honestly, this is just such a simple but effective little method. And then the first room we did is the bathroom. So the first thing we have in here is this bathroom. I don't know what it is about this. I feel like this would either be so cozy or so smelly. I've never built a house that radiates such a vibe before. Over here is the kitchen sink and stuff. So this is where we can wash our hands. And last but not least, down here we can watch our laptop. Wow, this is a great show, guys. I always paste it the wrong way. Oh my gosh, I could actually kill for some blueberry muffins right now, guys. In real life, I'm trying not to eat too much sugar, you know, be a bit healthier. But if this was sat in front of me, I don't think I'd be able to resist. You know, let's cheat on the diet in Bloxburg instead of real life. Num, num, num. Next up, we have upstairs, and this is where you literally get taken to treacle paradise. The first thing we have is a very simple living room, and the main part of it is really this beautiful window. And then finally in here, we have the bed. And look at this bed. It looks so cozy and so bright, like heaven on earth. And again, just a beautiful, beautiful view. And I definitely don't look like a prisoner trapped inside of it. So there we have it. That was me building a tiny house in Bloxburg. Do subscribe if you liked the video. Thank you so much for watching this, and I'll see you all in the next one.